Standing with Russia will cost China dearly. Concerning the West's economic sanctions on Russia for its invasion of Ukraine, economic and political forces drive China in different ways. In contrast, China's rhetorical support for Russia is tempered by careful, self-sanctioning by Chinese banks and enterprises that have avoided doing business with Russia. Russia is economically irrelevant to China, whose GDP is 10 times higher. Russia's imports are large, but they can be replaced. In 2021, Russia supplied 16% of China's oil imports, second only to Saudi Arabia. China, the world's top oil importer, has worked hard to diversify its supplies and now purchases from Iraq, Angola, Brazil, Oman, and the UAE. Iran and Venezuela might replace Russian oil if it is withdrawn. Last year, China imported 40% of its natural gas from Australia, with 11% from Qatar, Malaysia, and the US. The US sent twice as much gas as Russia. Overall, China's trade with Russia will be over $150 billion in 2021. China's trade with the West is 10 times higher than its trade with Russia, at over $600 billion apiece. Economics demands that if China must choose between the West and Russia, it should select the West. But geostrategic concerns go the other way. China-US relations are at an all-time low. Relations with the EU have also soured. The Biden administration is seeking a democratic alliance to challenge China. Leaders of the Communist Party believe the US would never accept China's growth and resent US dominance of the global financial system. So they reject Western sanctions verbally. They blame NATO and the US for the Ukraine conflict. They also disseminated lies about non-existent bioweapons laboratories in Ukraine. Chinese officials regard Putin as a rival to the US-led global system. It's easy to dismiss this coalition as an axis of authoritarians, but that ignores the fact that the developing world shares China's conviction that the US is abusing its economic dominance. India, Brazil, and Indonesia have not criticized Russia.